What's up, beautiful people? Kirby Hasseman here, trying to deliver you just a little bit more marketing joy today. So today I'm going to talk about two traits that will help you lead a more happy and successful life in 2023. And I want to give a shout out. I want to give credit. This is something I heard Tony Robbins say this past year on the Ed Milet podcast, and I wanted to share it with you today. Now, hey, if this is providing you some value, please do me a favor. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep this stuff coming. So let's start with the two things that you can do that will make you more happy, more fulfilled, and more purposeful this 2023, this upcoming year. And those two things are pretty simple, really. When you find yourself out of whack, and when I find myself out of whack, I'm not doing either or both of these things. And I will tell you, just as a side story, it's one of the reasons I think I struggle with the week between Christmas and New Year's. I feel like it is this sort of purgatory that I live in between, because you're rushing and rushing and rushing up into the holiday season, the Christmas season. You got to get all the gifts for your employees. You need to get corporate gifts. You need to attend all these events, and then you need to spend time with your family. And it's like you're rushing to get to that. And then, like, after the new year, it's like, oh man, I got to start my new goals. I got to really get after it and kind of set up my year for success. And so it's like in between those two times, sort of the 25th, as I celebrate Christmas with my family, and then like the 1st, even New Year's Eve, because New Year's Eve is my wife's birthday. And so there's at least some purpose for that. In between those times, I find myself in a weird little purgatory, because I'm really not spending much time giving and providing value, and I'm not spending much time growing. And, that's on me. And so I think it's one of the reasons this message resonated with me this time, because I am not doing this right now. And so this is a way for me to hopefully provide you some value. So those two things are giving and growing, right? And so one of the things that when Robbins was talking about this on the podcast, he talked about it, like, I think we are meant as humans to grow, and I'm not talking about the waistline, right? Like, I'm talking about there needs to be a purpose. We need to try to grow into the person that we want to become. That's one of the reasons I think goals are so incredibly important. If we are not focusing on our own personal growth, I think sometimes we can stagnate and become in a rut. And I find that when I am most joyous in my life, it's when I'm chasing a goal, when I'm trying to grow into something, when I am reading or listening to podcasts that inspire me, when I'm growing personally and professionally, is when I am most happy and most purposeful. And, I think it's one of the reasons, quite frankly, that we've created BetterBusinessU.com. BetterBusinessU.com it has been created to be an affordable platform that you can grow, grow in your career, especially if you are in the promo space. And then it's the reason that I'm constantly listening to books and reading books. And, I'm actually part of an app called Growth Day. And it literally, the whole idea is that you're trying to get more days of growth in your life. And that's what I want BBU to become. And so if you find yourself in a rut, my guess is one of the things that you are not doing is growing, is intentionally growing. And so that's number one. Number two is giving. I heard a great quote from Dean Graziosi the other day, where he was talking about, our mindset about money. And how you will have people say to you, well, money is either evil, or more than that, money doesn't buy you happiness. And the quote he had said was, somebody said, money doesn't buy you happiness. And I said to them, it sounds like you've not given enough money away. Because when you are giving, when you are truly providing value and really making, using those resources to affect change in other people's lives, there's almost nothing more joyous than that. And so I think, my goal for myself, starting right now in this week between, as I'm recording this, week between Christmas and New Year's, my goal for this year, 2023, as this drops, is to do more giving and do more growing. And I think if I'm doing those two things consistently, I'm not only going to have a productive year, not only going to have a productive month or week, but I'm going to have a happier year, right? Because there's something purposeful about what I'm trying to do. So I hope this has provided you just a little bit of value. I hope that I've helped you grow, and I hope I have given you a little bit. And hey, if I have, please feel free to subscribe, and please let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments below if there's any topic you'd like me to take on, or if there's anything you want me to cover. I really do appreciate you following along on these journeys, and I hope that these two things that you do today and tomorrow and for the next week help you create a really productive and happy new year. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.